Welcome back, Flare community. I hope you're all well and having an incredible day as always. Happy Monday. Of course, this is the weekly roundup. We're going to go through some news, pretty much condensed format. Bish bash bosh, we're going to get through it. We've got Senor Steak in the house. We've got Anna in the house, Bruce Wayne, Tasmanian as well, Professor in the house, Valiant Energy, Jimmy Thing in as well, coming in late. Professor is, looks like he's, well, I'm not sure how many of you know, but Professor did have a bit of an addiction to NFTs, and it's been one day since he's not bought one, so I'm rooting for you. Hope the withdrawals aren't too bad. But yeah, we're going to jump straight in. Sitting on 59,500 subscribers. It's pretty much hovering around this area about now. So pretty quiet here. Not that much growth, but I do appreciate everyone that's still tuning in, still showing their support and watching the videos. So happy days. I guess let's jump into the news. We're going to start off here on Flare Metrics. What's up, Death Ranger? Freaking awesome. Cassie in the house as well. Yeah, so this is Flare Metrics, flaremetrics.io. It's a great resource for those who are looking to, I guess, seek the best opportunities when it comes to delegation for your SGB. I'm going to give it a quick refresh and sort by the reward rate. That's descending. And topping the charts this week is Atlas TSO. In second place, we've got Nordso. In third place, Oracle Swap. Fourth place, 01 FTSO. Fifth place, Evolve FTSO. So Atlas topping the charts. Congratulations to them. Looks like they've had quite the boost in vote power recently. And maybe it's something to do with this. They've got 1% fees, which is absolutely incredible and highly competitive. You know, there's only one way that you can beat that, and that's offering a free service. But anyways, Nordso, they're doing very well, and this is actually pretty impressive because FLR Finance are actually going to be using them as part of their delegation service, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that later. Right now, we're going to move over to the NFT space and look on nifty.io. This is where you can track volume. That's what I'm using it for, but you can also track rarities. But on the topic of volumes, this is by 7-day volume on Songbird. We've got Fat Cats topping the charts. And maybe talk about this later. There may be a reason behind this. We've got the Sparkles Genesis. Again, actually, maybe a reason behind this. In third place, we've got S-Toads. Fourth place, Fat Leopards. And in fifth place, the Fat Tigers. And it's great to see that the Fat series, you know, this trio here, are usually in the top 5. They're very consistent, and they got some big things coming. But we're going to talk about that a little bit more in a moment. So yeah, before we do jump in, I just wanted to remind everyone that I am doing a Patreon giveaway at the end of the month, the end of this month, and it's basically for this NFT here, the 7 of clubs for the Flare Community Poker Club. And of course, you can win up to 25,000 Songbird each week. And the person that wins this is going to be able to win a claimable deck as well, physical deck. I'm sure you've all seen it on the Flare Community Poker Club live streams. But yeah, that's for Patreons. At the end of the month, I'm going to be doing a wheel like this, the classic Flare Community Wheel of Appreciation. We're going to select a random winner. So if you are interested and want to support the channel, please feel free to check the links in the description. This is just a bit of a warning, I guess. I'm sure many of you have heard the beef between CZ Binance and FTX Exchange, where they may be having some withdrawal issues. I'm not sure about the technicalities of it, but yeah, it shouldn't take for an exchange to apparently having withdrawal issues for you to self-custody your own assets. If you're smart, you should already have them in your own wallet, all of your assets. Be one step ahead, always proactive and not reactive. You don't want to react to a news. You know, if you're out on the Twitter space and you hear that your exchange is now just limiting withdrawals or for whatever reason, you don't want to be in a compromising position where you have assets on that exchange. You want to have it off of the exchange. Personally, I only keep a little bit on exchanges, and that's for some cheeky buy orders or some cheeky sell orders. If a lot of people are doing some market orders, but the vast majority of my crypto portfolio is held in self-custody wallets, and whether that's a free wallet, such as Bifrost or something else, or whether that's a hardware wallet, it doesn't matter. Just be sure that you are safe. But also on the flip side, when you self-custody your wallet, you are responsible for your private keys. And again, I say this once, I'll say it twice, as many times as that needs to be heard. Private keys or secret phrases, they're secret, they're private, don't share them with anyone. Big news, I guess, or the two big news is coming from Flare. And the first one is about the FLR tokenomics. And this was a really good read. You can view it here on the Flare website. Let me just bring that in a little bit. It covers all about the tokenomics and about the both scenarios, if the Flare improvement proposal passes or not. And it's a really great breakdown. You've got some charts here, always good. And yeah, I'd highly recommend reading this if you haven't already. It goes into the distribution of how the token is allocated, how much is airdropped, how much is for the VC fund, the Flare Foundation, all of that good stuff. And it goes into how the process is going to be fair with the upcoming vote as well, because certain entities are not going to be able to vote. And this one, again, it breaks down the actual distribution schedule, which is, of course, over 3 years. And it talks about the many benefits. And I'm hoping people have time to read this. It does highlight why the proposal is such a great idea, or from my perspective anyway. But you should read it for yourself and make up your own mind. And yeah, hopefully we have the governance vote shortly after distribution. The other big news coming from Google Cloud, and this is basically how Google Cloud are partnering with the Flare network to launch blockchain protocols on Google Cloud. And it's pretty interesting, no doubt, and there's no doubt there's some big exposure coming from this account. 450,000 followers, great to get the word out. And it's basically a service where Flare are going to be deploying certain services onto Google Cloud. And yeah, I think from what I read and from what I understand about this, it's going to be services that are like API calls where you can query the network with, certain block numbers, or if you want to extract information from the network itself, you can do this via services provided by Google Clouds. Now, me, Eri, and Mickey B. Fresh may be actually hosting, well, Eri may be hosting, I may be joining with Mickey B. Fresh and Hugo to talk about this a little bit further, but we'll see what happens with that, and I'll keep you posted. Big news here from FLR Finance, who have brought over a multi-sig wallet to Cost and Test Network, and also it's now actually available on Songbird too. So a multi-sig wallet is basically a way to be extra secure, and that's by having multiple signatures to, I guess, confirm transactions. So this is for people who want the safest possible way of doing things. And I remember D-Day talking about this. And, it's highly recommended that you use this on the Cost and Test network, because you want to get used to it. You don't want to lock yourself out of all of your funds. Understand how it works, have a little play around with it. And the Cost and Test network is the perfect environment for that. And we're going to talk about Coston in a second. Actually, right now, okay? So FLR Finance, they're giving away sticker packs to a lucky few people who participate in the Clover protocol. Now, basically, the protocol is live, and it's basically some sort of raffle system, and it's on the Cost and Test network, and you're going to have the option to, or the opportunity to potentially win some sticker packs, which I think is pretty good. It's all a little bit of fun, and it's to aid with the development of this protocol prior to launching it on Songbird. So this is the alpha phase, if you will. Now, what I really like about FLR Finance these days is that they're actually doing things properly, and we don't actually see many people or entities doing this, launching on Coston first. It's there for a reason. It's a test network, and they're trying to incentivize people to come onto the network and test these protocols. That's what it's there for. And, at least they're actually trying to incentivize people to do this. Hey, what's good? Some random name 18, member for 8 months. Congratulations on your 8-month anniversary. Thank you so much for the support. Love UFC, Metalheads, Pays, SGB Weekly, and FLR2. Very interesting. I am aware of the project, and yeah, thank you for the support, man. I really do appreciate that. With the raffle here, give this a quick refresh. So we have these alpha tester packs, which I just mentioned, which you can potentially win, and we're actually, I guess the draw's happening in about 20 hours from now, 19 hours, sorry. So we are actually going to be doing a live stream, and it's going to cross this barrier. It's going to happen tomorrow, obviously, in 20 hours. And I'm going to be joined by FLR Finance's CEO, Bannock. We're going to do a live stream, and we're going to talk all about the Clover protocol and how this is really changing the game for NFTs, because this idea of having a raffle is a really unique concept, and it's not just sticker packs. This is just to incentivize people on the cost and test network, as I mentioned, but this is going to be brought over to Songbird, and I imagine eventually the Flare network, and it's going to be a way for artists to allow redemption of physical items, and also to have this raffle concept too. And we're going to talk all about that in tomorrow's stream. I hope you can make it. Again, this is going to happen about 20 hours from now, so look at your clock. Obviously, we're all in different time zones, but that's when it will be happening, and I hope you can join. This is pretty interesting. 4% cashback in XRP. So I recently got an Uphold card. It's very simple. I have the Uphold app, and basically you can just get this virtual card. I added it to Apple Pay. They introduced this to the UK very recently. It was earlier last week, and yeah, 4% cashback, and you also get $20 worth of BTC every time you well, for those who register. And there is a link in the description, as I said before, but I think this is a great way to actually almost average in on your position. You know, I spend money all the time on groceries and, you know, just general day-to-day things that I might need. You can see here that I went to Tesco's. It's a supermarket, spent £4, and I got almost a third of an XRP, just over a third of an XRP for the privilege. Not much, but, you know, this was just one transaction. You know, imagine if you're buying things that are worth, you know, £100, or you've got bills going out and whatnot. Just thought I'd share that with you. A great way to average in. Something else from Uphold, actually, which I thought was very interesting and may have actually gone under the radar. Uphold is home for altcoins. We'll always be here to support the XRP ecosystem however we can. And they've also done some cash tags. These are actually cash tags, right? So you've got hashtags. This is the cash tag. And they've got FLR, XFi, Songbird, and Solo. And XFi's not been listed or mentioned yet. This is the first mention of XFi. And I find that very interesting. You know, I'd consider Uphold a tier 1 exchange, very liquid, and many users. If XFi can get listed here, which I don't know, it's my assumption that it could potentially be, I think it will be great for the ecosystem. You know, he was talking about this on Thursday actually with Thanasimos. He's part of the FLR Finance crew, and you know, with Songbird right now, the only way you can enter the ecosystem is through Songbird. So if you want to buy NFTs, or if you want to buy any of these other issued assets on Songbird, you basically have to buy SGB first. And if you want to sell out, then you have to also sell out of SGB. So I'm hoping that a lot of these issued assets can actually get listed, and XFi hopefully joins the party. And hopefully we'll see SFIN and the Flare variants there too. So stay tuned for that. Those that are holding Sparkle's Genesis collection, and that is the Canary Birds, I think that's what it's called. They have a proposal, and it's to allow basically holders to receive more SNFT, and that's going to be their native assets or their issued assets. And you can, if you are interested and you are a holder, you can actually vote here when the time comes. It starts in 5 days, as you can see. And as I mentioned before, I think this might be a reason why the Sparkles collection, the Canary Birds, is second in the top 5 of most volume NFT projects. So very interesting indeed. We have this tool here developed by Oracle Swap, and this is to analyze the liquidity data on their exchange. And if you are trading on Oracle Swap, it makes sense to have a quick peek at this. It allows you to get an idea of how much liquidity there is in the pools. And from there, you can sort of gauge if you're planning to make a big order, the slippage, and you can do that through the normal decentralized exchange interface. But I think it's pretty interesting. You can see the volumes here, the top trading pairs, wrapped Songbird to the Pro. And yeah, it's a great tool. Works very well, very seamless. Thought I'd share that with you. Flare Space, they've actually launched their website. I did try and click it earlier, but it didn't work. But I did actually get onto this yesterday, I believe it was. But this is the Flare Improvement Protocol Proposal 01 simulator. So it compares the original distribution with the proposal and how that would affect your airdrop or your distributed FLR. And yeah, it's very interesting to get this visual. In fact, we'll have a quick peek to see if the website does work real quick. I think I was just greeted with this. Yeah, doesn't seem to be working right now. But I'll probably bring this up next week then, if that's the case. And hopefully it's resolved by then. So maybe they're performing an update or something. But yeah, moving on, we have this from DeFi Divi. And he's talking about the Songbird and wrapped Songbird rich list. And originally he did just have the SGB rich list. And obviously that was somewhat of an oversight because there is a lot of wrapped SGB in the space as well. Hopefully, it says here roughly 14% of us are wrappers. I was expecting it to be a lot more than that. But obviously you have the DeFi pools and whatnot. So this is not 100% accurate, but still very interesting just to get an idea of where you stack up. One thing that I will say is, when you see these kind of ranking systems, I wouldn't recommend shouting it from the rooftop. Hey, look, I'm a Kraken, or look, I'm a fin whale or an orca. It makes sense to be very discreet about how much you hold, because if you do hold a lot, you're basically just putting a target on your back. And I'd hate to see anyone in the community suffer something, that could be avoided, right? Moving on here, we have the Superbad series, and this is a UI early concept, and UI basically means user interface. So it's going to be the design around their Rise of the Deviants game built on Unreal Engine for Flare Network. So we're going to have a quick peek at this. It looks quite, intricate, They've got lots of different equipment, what you can attach to your character, I guess, and they give you all types of different stats. So if this is your jam and you do like to game, it could be very interesting for you. And in fact, we have this video here. I'm going to blast it up on full screen for you guys. This is the power of Unreal Engine 5. Really detailed environments, as you can see, lots of polygon counts and whatnot. And you can see it there with all the branding, Superbad series, all of that good stuff. And I did actually get contacted by them today, where you may even see a little cheeky Flare community logo in one of the levels. So I was very happy with that. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. But I'm sure you can agree it looks absolutely fantastic. We have this here from Johnny Lawrence. Clara has officially sold out, and he's actually raised 3,500 euros for cancer research. And this piece was actually created or dedicated to someone who passed away, Clara. This is one of Johnny's friends, and he dedicated the piece of artwork for her, and he's obviously raised a lot of money in the process. So I just wanted to say kudos to Johnny. He's a really great guy. And yeah, if you like his artwork, be sure to support him. He's obviously doing good things. The Fat Cats, this is what I wanted to talk about, actually. I only just listened to this today. It was posted yesterday, and I'd highly recommend people checking this out, especially if you are a Fat Cat holder. And again, this could be potentially a reason why the Fat Cats are topping the charts with plus 100 volume in the past 7 days. Where was we? There we go. Not that one. Yeah, here we go. So one of the big things that they was talking about in this particular spaces is that they're going to bring more benefits to holders, basically. And one of the benefits is going to be an in real life event, right? So that's going to be interesting. I'm really hoping that I can join wherever it is. You know, I've never actually been to some sort of crypto conference or something like that, and I would love to go. So there is no particular date or no particular location set just now, but as soon as I hear something, I'll be sure to share that with you. And it's going to be interesting. I think you're going to need a physical ring to signify that you are a holder, and a QR code and all this stuff. And they're looking to make it really big, and I'm excited for it. But I'll keep you up to date as and when I hear details. Flare Oracle Delegator app has just launched, and you can see it here. It looks pretty good to me. You know, I think this is Sam Laff. She's an incredible artist. Basically, you can buy NFTs with your Thought tokens, which you get for delegating to Flare Oracle. And I really just like the idea of a signal provider offering additional incentives. And, you know, you can sort of see this similar concept with the S-Toads ecosystem. I imagine it's going to be something very similar to this, where you can delegate and buy NFTs with your S-Ribbits, just like you can buy NFTs here with your Thought token. So great job there from Flare Oracle. And as we said before, they're actually doing pretty well here as well, up in 7th. So I guess these two, 6th and 7th, offering additional rewards, and I'm sure Oracle Swap has something in the bag as well. So I guess we'll stay tuned with that. Moving on, as I mentioned before, Nordso, they're actually topping the chart. Sorry, I'm going back and forth between tabs. They're actually 2nd, and this is actually, this is actually a big thing. So Nordso are actually partnering with FLR Finance, and they're going to be donating 50% of the fees to the nest for the next epoch. And this is the XFi nest, and it's basically going to be a way in which the Canary dollar is going to come back towards its peg. So as many of you know, the FLR Finance Canary dollar, the ticker symbol CAND, or as D-Day likes to call it, Candy. He's a bit crazy, but yeah, this is actually hopefully going to repeg back to $1, and this is one of the strategies adopted to make that happen. Nordso, in exchange for a large delegation from FLR Finance, you know, via the pools, are going to donate 50% of the fees towards, I guess, clearing the nest. And also FLR Finance, because they're going to basically split the delegation rewards. 50% goes to Nordso, 50% goes to DeFi oracles, and they're both going to work towards reducing the size of the XFi nest, which is always a good thing. Last but not least, is this new NFT that I've been working on for a long time with Crypto Avatars. He makes some incredible work. He made the Flare Community Poker Club one. You may have seen it. And yeah, that's me. That's my head. It's like, it's super accurate. That's my head. But yeah, this is a bit of a sneak peek, but I won't be sharing that much of these, but this is basically going to be the premium collection on the Flare network, or on my premium collection, let's say. So we're going to have the Flare Community Poker Club on Songbird, and this one, I won't reveal the name yet, but this is going to be on the Flare network, and it's going to be something really special. I'm not going to reveal too much about it. Certainly will at a later date as the Flare network is close to launch. But what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be giving a number of these NFTs away for people that hold this NFT. And this is the Welcome to the Flare Community NFT posted on FLR Drops. And I give these away to holders of the Flare Community Poker Club NFTs every single week. So if you are holding one of these, there is a chance that you may get one of these NFTs as well once they launch. So just thought I'd bring that to your attention. And finally, I guess there's not much more to say other than I hope you guys can make it over to the Discord. So As always, every single week we have about 2 hours of a bit of a chin wag over here on the members stage, and this is just restricted to members and Patreon members. And yeah, we also have the quiz where we give away XRP every single week. So if you are interested, come along to that and we'll have a bit of a chin wag. If not, we always have the Thursday Discord chats, which is open to everyone. And we get some prominent members of the community in all the time, joined by the usual squad. And yeah, it's a blast. So with that being said, I'm going to wrap it up there. I hope you enjoyed this week's condensed news, I guess, summary. And yeah, I hope to see you in the chat. So thank you all so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please feel free to do so. And until next time, I'm out.
We have liftoff.